Well, hello there, everyone, and how are you guys? I hope doing fabulous, yes. Well, before we get into this entertaining video, I would just like to remind you guys to like, comment, and subscribe if you have not subscribed already. And what would you like to say with that, Lady Crone?
Baby Crone said it all.
Yes.
Subscribe, like us, and please leave a comment.
Yes. Sunflowers. Well, hello there, sunflowers, and how are you guys today? Well, I'm here to do another reading on Ariana Grande. The last reading I had done on her was 2 weeks ago. If you have not seen that video, it was more of a prediction just to see how the movie Wicked would do when it comes out and if it would be well received because of how Ariana Grande met Ethan on the set, but also because, well, that's really just the backlash of it. And so because of that, now that I've seen some more interviews, because November 22nd is just right around the corner, so they are doing press releases, doing the press tour. We see Ariana Grande in like the New York premiere with Ethan. They were on the green carpet, red carpet. I'm not sure if they're doing carpet themes for the movie Wicked. However, we saw Ariana Grande and Ethan Slater there. They honestly kind of looked beautiful. Honestly, Ariana Grande is just glowing, in my opinion. She just, to me, it just seems like whatever this Wicked movie was for her, it seems like she came out transformed. However, that's just my opinion. And the internet seems to be feeling 50-50 about this situation in Ariana Grande and Ethan. Some people are not in support of it. Other people, now that they're getting to see how cute they look together or how they don't look like they're putting on like for PR and stuff like that, that they kind of look authentic or like in a real relationship, people are starting to come around to the feeling of, oh, maybe we could get along with Ariana Grande and Ethan. And Ethan Slater was on the, I believe it was the Jimmy Fallon show. And I will put a clip right here. It's actually from TikTok. And they were cheering on Ethan, and people were saying, oh, Ethan looks so cute. He looks so sweet. You know, he couldn't harm a fly, basically, people were saying. So because of that, in response, people just felt like if this is the person Ariana Grande fell in love with, then whether she tore apart a relationship, Ethan seems like he's a stand-up guy and he deserves it. So if that's who she picks, and that seems what the internet feels like, some people on the internet feels as though they are okay with now. But still, there are some out there that feels like Ariana Grande is still a homewrecker and all of that. And now that I've gotten a good glimpse and a good feeling for all the different interviews, yes, I've watched quite a bit of interviews with Ariana Grande and the, I forget her name. Please do apologize. But the, I don't want to call her the bad witch. Afaba? Oh gosh, I'm so sorry. I've actually never seen Wicked. I've only seen Wizard of Oz. So I'm not really quite familiar with the bad witch or the good witch. Which witch was in the original Wizard of Oz? I think it was the good witch. And the bad witch was like doing like monkey stuff. I don't know. Well, I literally, no pun intended. I didn't mean it like that. I just remember with the flying monkeys and she like sent them out in the original Wizard of Oz. And they were like flying monkeys on brooms, and they had bats, and I forget where exactly they had came to get Dorothy and the rest. Maybe they could have been coming into the tower. I'm not quite sure. It's been very long since I've seen The Wizard of Oz, and actually I probably haven't seen it since like my childhood. So that just shows you how much I'm remembering of it, and also how Ariana Grande saw the original Wicked Broadway musical when she was 10 years old. So for that, she's saying this is coming, it's coming full circle. Even the co-star lead actress, who they're doing a ton of interviews together, and I really enjoy their chemistry. I'm not sure how people feel about them. There's some people that are just saying that they're just like a whole ego trip, and they're just I have no clue. I didn't see it. They had a beautiful chemistry. Everything is just beautiful that for this, in my opinion. But that's just the way I see it. I love love. So, and I love healing and I love transforming and I love moving on, growing and evolving and having spiritual moments, whatever it could be in any situation. So because of that, if that's what Ariana Grande had, I am totally here for that. And that's what I'm hoping this is what we're coming out of. And hopefully through doing these interviews, she's able to warm the hearts of the audience and really get them to watch Wicked. Because after watching all these interviews, I want to watch Wicked. And I'm not much of a musical fan. I will digest it. But yeah, I'm here to really use the cards to see if the cards matching what I'm seeing. But some other things that Ariana Grande just really wanted to stress that I've gotten from some of the interviews is that she had to work for this role. She did not get it just because she's some big superstar, even though the casting director said that at first he wanted Ariana Grande to be the role, but he wanted her to audition just so she could just audition with everybody else. And he had her like remove her like makeup and stuff like that for a second run because he just couldn't see past the Ariana Grande image. So he was like, let me see you bare face and see if I can put the image on you. And she fit the part, she, even with the blonde hair, she is honestly giving good witch vibes. Like like healed, renewed, revowed, glowing angels, heaven bells singing. That's literally how I'm seeing Ariana Grande, okay? But she does understand that she doesn't fit the image of Glinda, because she even said, even after my song, Thank You Next, and other songs that I've sung, I wouldn't even want to see I wouldn't even imagine myself playing the good witch. But however, that's all she had to say. But one thing that I did pick up in some of the interviews, and this is just one of the interviewers' children had gotten this message from the movie, and I think this really just drives home what Ariana Grande is trying to sell. Like, don't let her choices block what the movie is, because a child saw the image of you have to be good and kind to everyone. Yes, good and kind to everyone. And Elphaba is a good witch. I hope I pronounced her name right. But even though she's titled the bad witch, I know that's not about Ariana Grande, but that just says and shows how much that good witch helped out the bad witch to see that bad witch really isn't a bad witch. That is a good character when you're able to see through somebody and bring out the good positive qualities in them. That's the role that Ariana Grande played, okay? And she is basically embodying that. You know how actors have to really get in these roles. And I guess the better question is she going to continue to embody this energy, or is she going to like get out of character once like Wicked's all done and months has passed, years has passed? Will she like fall back into those routines? We're not quite sure. The cards will tell us though. Yes. And that's pretty much it in summaries that I have gotten from watching interviews and things like that. It's definitely been a healing journey. The co-worker, not the co-worker, the co-star, she said that this movie, one thing that to describe the two characters, the good and the bad witch, is that everyone deserves to fly. So just simple little quotes out there that they're really trying to really hone in, that there's some like, if you watch this movie, you'll like come out healed and changed. And I'm kind of curious about that, because especially because I've just never seen Wicked, but I know like the Wizard of Oz, but I get this is like a different like version of like seeing it come alive, and like how I guess the good and the bad witch came to be who they were and who they ruled before they like king queens. Please help me if I'm wrong here, but honestly, I can't wait to see Wicked. I'm not gonna lie. It's honestly actually kind of like a feel-good movie for the seasonal holidays. So the fact that this came out around Thanksgiving is kind of pretty good. Be thankful for those around you. Be kind, share, and spread kindness. That's the Thanksgiving message this year, and what we're also going to need moving forward after this year. So this card represents Ariana Grande. So I'm going to put that card right there. And of course, I have to read on Ethan Slater, even though I just read on literally both of them 2 weeks ago. But let's just see. I want to know, is Ariana Grande a new woman? Is that what we can say? Has she changed? Has Wicked done something, healed Ariana Grande, show Ariana Grande the way? Because she said that this movie has brought her back to her home, her childhood 10-year-old self. She even put her real full name in the movie credits to even symbolize and staple and make it and seal and make it a reality in real life to show this change. So I really want to know, is Ariana Grande changed? Or is this just her trying to sell Wicked so that way it could be a good, so that way the movie can profit, even though she knows what she did was wrong and not very good witch-like. So let's pull the cards. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. This is looking good. Wow. I can't say the cards are looking good, but the story is looking good. Oh, I'm enjoying this story. Okay. That was juicy. Okay. So what represents... I am so sorry. Okay, so the first card that represented Ariana Grande, and currently in this moment, what is currently on her mind? I might have to come back to this. This is a huge question mark, but we see marriage. Now, is she thinking about marrying Ethan? Who knows? She probably can. We know how quickly she met and married her ex-husband and just as quickly divorced him. So because of that, I'm not quite sure if she really just feels like Ethan is the one and she really wants to settle down and marry him, or if we're not going to take it literally as a marriage, but a uniting of 2 people, we could see that Ariana Grande is focused on the fact that actually sounds a whole lot more better than a marriage, but we'll put that one on the back burner. You know how Ariana Grande is. The union of her coming together, forming a relationship, a bondage, if you want to say, with Ethan is currently weighing on her heavy because she has to promote this movie Wicked, of course. So because of that, she sees that she's maybe more isolating herself now at the moment, staying out of the public's eye, kind of like what I said 2 weeks ago, actually. However, the plot has thickened. We see that she has taken herself out of the media's eye since she came together with Ethan. And because of that, she's hoping that keeping their relationship more private, staying out of the media, whatever she's doing. Like, yes, we see pictures of her hanging out with the Wicked cast, but that is as much as you're going to see Ariana Grande. And that's probably as much as Ethan as you're going to see, besides them having to do promotions for Wicked. You really don't see them out there on dates, going to sporting events, out on the town. We don't see that. Ariana Grande has kept that wraps. And why? Because in the past, we see the courtship. The courtship is her and Ethan coming together. That is what this wealthy man symbolized. And because this courtship is also right next to the marriage card, we see that was a courtship has now fully blossomed into a relationship. But in the near future, but also currently right now at the same time, we see that this relationship that started off in the talking phase, seeing each other kiki ha ha gigi like that, has blossomed into like full-blown relationships. Like, man, I love you, I want to spend like the rest of my life with you, I feel like you are the one, you like complete me. Conversations like that has took that to another level. And then we have this book where it's like they have this connection. They love each other, but also all at the same time. They have to keep their love private, love a secret because of the way they got together. And they both know, but Ariana Grande more specifically knows and thinks about, because this message of concern is she received a backlash for this. And because of that, because she had made, what is the best way I could say this? She received backlash for dating, or like in the dating phase, in the infancy of the relationship. They have received some backlash. They was out, could we had said we saw them on dates. So they were doing, like, being normal people, having a normal relationship, living out loud in the public's eye. And they got scrutinized for that. So they had to go back into their shell, get into that isolated tower, separate themselves, cut themselves off, cut their love off from society. So that way they had to, in order to keep things private, in order to make sure this movie can sell. I'm really reading on the cards are really picking up on their relationship, but it's showing how their relationship is on the down low, swept underneath the rug. You don't even hear any of the interviewers hint or even talk about Ariana Grande and Ethan's relationship. That is so tight-lipped. I'm probably even sure, because you know how interviewers have to sometimes get their questions screened before they can ask the celebrities these questions. And I am sure Ariana Grande made sure that no questions about me and Ethan are going to be asked, because let's not focus on that. Let's focus on the artwork. Let's focus on the healing. Let's focus on how we all fostered and all became friends. It was an intimate school play. We all felt like we wanted another. We felt like family. We felt like home. So everybody formed a connection. I didn't just fall in love with Ethan. I fell in love with everybody. So just focus on that, just focus on how we're good chemistry that everybody has, That's the approach Ariana Grande is taking. I don't even think I see Ethan. I mean, I know Ethan has like a small role. I'm not sure how small, but it's not like the two co-stars, right? So we don't see Ethan out there promoting. And even when Ariana Grande and the co-star was promoting with some of the other cast members or directors or screenwriters like that, we didn't see Ethan there. We briefly heard her say, like, when the interviewer asked, oh, who else should have the shining light that we don't see coming? Ariana Grande made sure to say everybody, but she didn't mention Ethan's name. She didn't single out Ethan. She singled out some other people's names, and then was just like, you know what? Everybody just needs to be recognized because everybody shined. So you see how she puts the focus on everybody. I'm not just going to call out a single person. And that's what she's doing. She's trying to hone the rumors, tame the chatter, tame the birds talking, tame the gossip. The less I talk about me and Ethan, and the less I show me and Ethan, the more we'll be able to sell this film. However, it is kind of questionable because she does show some public affection. I mean, it's nothing serious. Like, literally, it's just them hugging, them holding hands. I mean, they were, and even when, like, Ariana Grande was walking and, like, Ethan had let go of her hand and started trailing back, she immediately turned around, like, come on, like, we're like, what? Like, looking around. You know how it gets when you, like, lose your partner in the crowd? You're just like, hey, where are you? Come on, what's going on? Like, why are you lagging, right? Kind of thing. That was what we saw. So it's just like they're trying to keep it classy and demure. They could be a Courtney and Travis if they wanted to, but they're not. They're keeping it cute. They're not giving too much. They understand they can give all the love and PDA they want behind the closed doors, and I'm sure they do, but they gotta keep up a image that's going to help the movie sell, you know? But it's good to see that they're still thriving and still in a relationship. I hope it continues to last. However, we also do see despair in the future, and I'm not sure if despair symbolizes the fact that even when Wicked still comes out, I have now done 2 predictions on Wicked before it has come out, and it's still, last time it was a 50-50 2 weeks ago. And now here, just about a week before it releases, I am getting that this despair card is slightly leaning towards it might not do so well, because, you know, sometimes you just can't win over the public's affection like that. The public does not forgive easily, especially with relationships, because the last thing the public wants to I mean the public does support cheaters, so I can't really say something like that. But one thing that the public does not support is stealing somebody's partner, because nobody wants that. So because of that, that's what I see how Ariana Grande is feeling about her relationship in the movie Wicked. She's trying to keep it under wraps. That's all she's focusing about. She could honestly be stressing about it. And if she's stressing about it, man, girl is keeping it cool, calm, and collected in these interviews. And she can even fool me, because I think she looks like she's living so authentically, easy breezy, beautiful cover girl. And here the cards are saying she's basically living a double life, because she wants to make sure it's business after all. And she wants the business to do well. And also, just that's half of it. The also part of it, I'm going to believe, is really the fact that this could have been a transformative set for all those that were involved, because the 2 co-stars are crying like in almost every interview. I've seen at least 3 to 4 interviews where they are crying. Okay, so because of that, there must have been something that did happen they could be fake tears. I get it. They're actors. The actors know how to make themselves cry on command. Okay, I will take that into consideration. However, to believe in people and believe in the good in others so the world can keep going around, I believe that that they really did have some like spiritual healing, wholeness going on for both of them, and maybe anybody else that was on the set, but because these were the 2 co-stars, and I guess they really had to embody these characters and really feel these emotions and put themselves in these mindsets. It makes them think and reflect and really think about how they treat others and how you want others to be treated. I know that's so elementary to say there, but that's basically kind of what I'm getting the sentiment of what they have gotten from this. And because of that, that is a beautiful message to share. That is a beautiful message to get out there. That's a beautiful message everybody should see. But nobody's going to see it if nobody likes Ariana Grande, what Ariana Grande did. So because of that, she is sweating. Okay, she's just like, what can I do to make sure that I can get this message out there, but also so I can make money, and also I don't also ruin Ethan's career too in the process. So she's got a lot riding on her in this whole, because she is the bigger star and the bigger name than Ethan. Sorry, Ethan. But because of that, she's gonna have the possibility to make or break somebody's relationship. But we have the snake here. And this is what's very curious about Ethan, because this is the card that was right above Ethan's head. Now, does Ethan see Ariana as a snake? Does Ariana see Ethan as a snake? Because I see the ship card here, and this is in present moment. So I can't say this is how he felt about his wife, and like Ariana Grande was the snake that slithered into their relationship and was able to steal him off. I cannot say that. That was like in the past, but this is like in present day. So because of that, maybe before I get to present day, I'm actually going to have to take a step back and go to the past to figure out how we got here, because I'm not quite sure how we got here. So what I see in the past is a cutting off. Ethan or Ariana Grande could have been thinking of a cutting off. Now the cutting off is, we see another beautiful way to see this is that this is harvest, and you put the things that the energy, the time that you put into something, you are able to, wow, I'm really butchering this. The time and energy and effort that you put into growing something is what you're going to get out of that, and that is what you harvest. If it's like watering a plant, if you're putting water into the plant, tending, tending and caring to it, and knowing its needs, and knowing and understanding how the plant works, that's a good agriculturalist. But then you could also just be a poor agriculturalist and just watch and like maybe water the plant when it looks like it's about to be on its last little limb. You're just like, oh, let me put some water in it. Maybe that's going to bring it back to life. I didn't know we need water like that. And then it like comes back to life, and you're just like, good. And then like you just like don't water it until it's like on its very last limb. And then like maybe one day it slips and it dies because you just didn't water it in time because you wasn't paying attention to it. All about how you put in, and that's what you harvest out of it. You reap what you put into. You reap what you sow. So Ariana Grande and Ethan, they decided to, in order for their relationship to foster and to put the time, love, TLC into their relationship, let's cut it off. Let's cut it off from the public. We need to anchor ourselves down. We need to get stable with ourselves. And we can't get stable if there's plenty of fish, if there's too many birds, if there's just too many voices, too many chattering, too many opinions saying about our relationship. Because that can also ruin a relationship too, because then that gets all up in your mind, playing head games. Start playing mind games with yourself, honestly. And because of that, what you think is what you're going to manifest. So if you're playing these mind games, thinking somebody's doing something to you, not only do you manifest that reality, you also slowly end up projecting too, because then you end up doing the exact same thing that you thinking the person is doing. But it's you, the person, doing it, creating your own reality. I hope that made sense. But because of that, now moving into the future, not in the future, but in the current moment, we see a snake. And what they could be thinking together is that they're hoping that Ariana Grande, as the snake that she appears in the media, doesn't interfere with their career. If they could just run off, elope, and just be in a relationship forever, amen, hold their peace, they would. They honestly would. That's the kind of vibe that I'm getting. They just want this moment in time to just be over with. They just want to get over with it. Wicked was good. They met together. They came together. They just want the backlash to go. They just want the movie Wicked to be out, seen, go into like streaming services and come out of theaters, so that way they can finally have a burden lifted off of their shoulders. Maybe after Wicked, they could finally actually have a relationship, but they might not be able to because they have to work and toil, not only in their relationship, but also in the work world too. So because of that, they have to be able to kind of pull a Meghan Markle and Prince Harry move where they have to separate their private life from their work life. So that way they don't get the backlash. This is so, I can't say it's so sad, but we have this mature woman here. Now, this mature woman could represent a motherly figure for either Ariana Grande or Ethan, or this mature woman could, did this come out for Ariana Grande last time? But this card could symbolize a This is actually a good question mark, because I want to say this could symbolize Ariana Grande maturing into a woman. That's just my personal bias, because the cards are saying that is clearly not the case here. But this mature woman could symbolize somebody with authority I'm actually really puzzled. I honestly don't know what this mature woman would symbolize. A parental figure. Ha, ha, ha. This mature woman could symbolize Ethan's ex. Now, I know that they are officially divorced, literally have nothing to do with each other besides the fact that they share a child. But this child literally is not even 2 years old, if that. So because of that, we have this motherly figure, this papa. No, we're not going to say papa. This mother, this mama bear, protective, gonna protect what they love, and could maybe even be a little bit cold. It's all in the name and love for what they care for, and that's who this mature woman is in this situation. Now, how this has to fit into Wicked, and if Wicked's going to sell, and how this fits into how Wicked's going to sell due to Ethan and Ariana Grande's relationship. We could either say that this is the ex-wife might come out and have some expose on Ethan. Who knows? Maybe this could be maybe Ariana's mom, or like Ethan Slater's mom, or somebody of a paternal motherly figure comes out and says something, because it's underneath the work and toil, and it's also underneath the burden. So whoever this mature woman is, who also has some polar bear instincts, have some bear instincts, has that hunting, keen, sharp instincts, is somebody that they look like they might have to watch out for. And whoever this person is could maybe be a reason why this despair card comes out, and for the reason why the movie might not do as well, and why this will bring despair or sadness or feelings. Yeah, that's still feeling sad, maybe even depressed, or feeling regretful, maybe even that the movie didn't do as good, or about the decisions you made that led to the movie having its stardom, having its collapse, because whoever this person is, they definitely might bring some questionable energy to the movie Wicked that we don't see just yet. It's underneath, it's brewing. We're going to see it in the future. Who knows? It could happen after Wicked comes out in November 22nd, or it could even come out after that, like when the movie is well out there promoting in December 2025. So all I see at the bottom is change, and what's underneath that change is the whip and broom, which goes very along with this scythe, and goes along with this tower of isolation, and this ship of wanting to move on, and this book of secrecy and trying to keep things private. Things are changing. I'm not sure if Ariana Grande and Ethan are doing well in their relationship. It looks like they are. And because of that, maybe some things has changed. Maybe Ariana has changed. Ethan changed Ariana. Ariana changed Ethan. They changed each other. But whatever it is, some healing happened within them, both on this movie set and with each other. And because of that, they have came together, bonded together, love each other, and are there for each other. Something has changed within them, and something has grown between them. So with that, that's what I get about the reading, and hopefully a second prediction, and it's still looking very questionable on if Wicked's going to do good, but it does seem like even though I think Ariana Grande looks like she is a changed woman up there promoting Wicked, the cards are saying that it is kind of a front, that she is trying to promote this movie and trying to completely distract from the fact of what her and Ethan has done, so that way we can watch Wicked. And I sure did fall for the okie doke, because I sure do want to watch Wicked. So with that, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading, and leave your comments down below, and I will see you guys in the next video, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next one. Sunflowers!